USA. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Steelers
on the ground, it's McFarland. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield able to hit his target, Claypool.
Mayfield's pass complete to Chase Claypool. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run with McFarland. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out come the New England Patriots, led by their 6'5" veteran quarterback, Cam Newton.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stop the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
I sat down with my accountant and said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, That's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete to Chase.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 28.
A gain of 14. First down, Steelers.
Running with McFarland. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
7 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Steelers 3, Patriots nothing.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
At their own 25-yard
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The shotgun snap for Newton. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. From the gun, here's Newton. sliding out of the pocket. He's going to Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Play is under review.
At the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings
out of the gun. Newton. That's out to his running back, Michel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Sets up 4th down.
They're running it. It's Michel. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Sony Michel won't get there. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
On 2nd down, McFarland. He can't get him down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's him. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Jamie Gillendown as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Newton now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the...
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Completion here to Claypool. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Mayfield's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Patriots.
They'll run here with McFarland. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Kyle Duggar there on the coverage.
An inside handoff. This is McFarland. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Pittsburgh.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Took nearly the entire 1st half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
To number 87.
From 17 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Slide for the PAT.
For the point after.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Got his man, that's Harry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton, and he'll find Everett there, complete. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and 2, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 42-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the gun, they run with Michelle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by Devin Bush. A 6-yard pickup brings up
operating from the gun. Newton, that's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run, not just with Dick.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton throwing middle, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Newton, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
6-yard
Okay,
loss.
was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McFarland. Dante Hightower on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, this will be McFarland. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mayfield now able to hit his target, Claypool. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a run with McFarland. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
McFarland once more. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 6.
On the give, this is McFarland. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
For the field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
Patriots nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
New England trying to get a place on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. Oh, the ball is out. Michelle lost it.
A fumble on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Back now in Foxborough.
With the score.
It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Newton to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the gun, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Recovered by.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They begin the drive with McFarland. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, McFarland. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He's across midfield.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, McFarland. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Patriots.
On the ground, it's McFarland.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That keeps the score. Steelers 20. Patriots nothing.
The New England offense to see what they can do this time. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And now he's going to use his legs. And down inside the 15 he goes. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the ground, Michel. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Carrier taken down at the 11-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Again, it's Michel.
2nd and 7.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
First and goal.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Sony Michel, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots get a score closer.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, to power his way forward.
That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Mayfield.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. With it is Brown. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Patriots take over. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start. But he's found a...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, he'll get this underneath to Michel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. Got a man open, that's Harry. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton throwing left side, it's complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. There's the stiff arm. He'll check this one down to Michel. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession. That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add two more. Following the interception, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That keeps the score. Steelers 26.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Out left, he's got it to Everett. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. To throw again on second down. Newton, and he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This